We're here at the Nonprofit Technology Conference in Washington, D.C. Now, technology is sometimes difficult to grab onto, understand, and then use to bring in new constituents. With the launches of iPads, tablets, iPhones, apps, there's just so many opportunities for nonprofits to really step it up and engage more people. Let's hear from some leaders in the industry and how you can engage people on the ground.
My name is Simi Hinden. I'm from Present Tense. I guess we use technology in so many different ways that I'm actually having difficulty trying to think of the specific tools to explain. But we use a lot of social media in order to connect with our community. We use a database system in order to keep track of people that are involved in Present Tense, whether it's through our programming, our fellowships, or our magazine. I think one of the difficulties we're having is sort of measuring our effectiveness and tracking metrics effectively using tech. Because it's a great tool for connecting in community, but how do you actually measure what we're doing and create some effective rubrics for future success for our programs and helping reach our community in new ways?
Hi, I'm Rachel Weininger and I work with TechSoup Global. I work in marketing communications with our international partners. And one of the technology challenges that we're facing is that with partners in more than 35 countries, there's a huge amount of conversation and content that's generated. And how do we, as an organization, listen to all those conversations that are happening all over the world? We know that's important, but just the sheer volume of information and the number of languages that it happens in are tricky. So right now we're experimenting with some tools, a combination of Google Translate, we're sometimes using Yahoo Pipes, and we're piping that all into a feed reader. We're experimenting with NetVibes right now, and that has got us to at least having all the conversations in one place. And we're trying to come up with the processes that help us as a large organization, 180 employees, offices in a couple different countries, to figure out, to sit in that feed of information is kind of overwhelming. So we have some specialized staff people who help us get that into reports that we share out with a wider audience who's not so used to reading 100 RSS feeds at once every day. So we're learning a lot. I think we're not quite done yet, but that's where we are with our technology challenge in that area.
I'm Scott Hertz. I'm with the Union for Reform Judaism camps and Israel programs and youth programs, and we are obviously using technology to completely engage our youth participants, their parents, lay leaders, congregational clergy, and professional staff. Our biggest challenge, obviously, is capacity in terms of resources and our ability to do the more, and to be on top of what's new while also maintaining everything that we're currently doing.
Hi, I'm Andrea Soren from the Israel on Campus Coalition. We're using technology to try to reach new audiences and also our existing audiences and students and campus professionals and lay leaders and the community members to just try to get our message out. At this point, we're just trying to listen and engage with all those different communities and see what's sort of out there right now. Definitely some of the challenges are it's such an expansive community, and trying to find our niche sort of within that community and get out messages that are really added value to them.
Hi, I'm Norman Reese with Jewish Funds for Justice, and I guess quickly the one thing I would say about technology is that basically everybody is a technologist now because everybody knows technology much more so than it was years ago, and I think right now is not the fact that you have technology, but how to really use it effectively and how to make it work within your organization. And that's not technical, that's really working with people and working with your colleagues and really making it work well for what your mission is.
I'm Sasha Littman from Measuring Success, and I came today as part of a new grant that we received from the Jewish New Media Innovation Fund for the Jewish Journey Connector, which is attempting to try to really create for the Jewish community what Netflix and Amazon has done online in terms of really mining people's knowledge and interests to basically make good predictive guesses about what they're going to be involved in. And the reason I think it's so interesting is because technology is is providing us the opportunity to actually connect with people based on what they want, where they can really drive their own journey, as opposed to enabling what has happened traditionally, where the community, where the organizations decide what people should be interested in. And hopefully with that switch, our organizations will be really transformed by the opportunity to be more seamlessly and dynamically connected with the opportunities that are out there, and that's all enabled through technology and through data mining and analytics.
Hi, I'm Dan Saratsky. I'm Director of Digital Strategy for Repair the World. And I would say that the greatest challenge our organization is facing is not a digital issue, it's not a technology issue, but it's a messaging strategy issue. If you're trying to make service, which most people don't know or think about, relevant to Jews who aren't necessarily engaged in Jewish life, you first have to make Jewish life seem interesting, palatable, and attractive to them, and then show them that a viable way of expressing that Jewishness is through acts of social justice, acts of service, and serving in the long term as a lifelong process. And that is more than just Twitter and Facebook. That's about making a compelling case for being an engaged Jew and expressing that through acts of social justice.
My name is Miranda Bogan from Masa Israel Journey, and we're trying to use all sorts of different new media and social media tools to reach out to people who want to learn about opportunities in Israel. And our challenge is really finding people where they are and giving them the best tools so they can easily find what they're looking for. So we've experimented with new applications on Facebook, and seeing what people actually want to do when they're in each of these different tools, and that's how we're trying to adapt our communications to what people want.
Jacob Dalal, Public Relations for Birthright Israel. I at this conference to learn more about technology, which we all need to use more of. We're lucky because Birthright Israel is not only a very well-known organization, it's a young people's organization, and we really have the opportunity to take much greater advantage of high-tech, new tech, and social tech. And one of the things that we're looking at by way of getting people involved is to share their Israel experience on Birthright. Those 10 days are for many people a life-changing experience, and we want to build a community around that experience, videos, photos, prose, poetry, and hopefully become a place where after the trip people can share in a virtual community their experience and the effects of it on them over time. So that's kind of our goal as we try to upgrade some of the stuff that we have.
Hi, I'm Lisa Colton from Darim Online, and I think one of the most valuable uses of technology for nonprofits is to give voice to their constituents, to people in their networks who are doing good things, who want to share their experience and inspire their friends and family and other people in the community. So it's not just talking heads from the staff of an organization, but the people who are actually doing the mission of the organization. One of the challenges I think we all have is knowing the tools and what they're good for and how much time and energy to put into it. So not every shiny new toy is going to be mission-centric for your work or for my work, but we need to know about all the various toys and gadgets out there in order to be able to pick which ones we want to use. So learn a little about a lot of things and then pick the few that are best for you.
I'm Robin Cantor from the Charles Lynn Schusterman Family Foundation. I'm the communications officer there, and at our foundation we are talking a lot about how powerful it would be to take the tools that young people are using in their everyday lives and apply them toward engagement in Jewish life. So that's really how we're trying to learn how to harness the power of technology to do that. It's been a really great learning experience getting more deeply involved in a lot of the tools that are out there, but I think one of the things I took away from today is that it's not about the tools, it's really about how you're using the tools to achieve your goals. So I'm excited to share our editorial calendar and in turn to get some of the social media plans that some of these people have put together in the room and really see how we can apply it to the work we're doing.
As you can see, there are a lot of opportunities and challenges to embracing new technologies. This is Aaron Herman, and thanks for watching.